Yeah, I'm not saying don't repeal Obamacare just yet. I'm saying, well, first things first, man. We got to repeal the Supreme Court justice system in every state, and the federal government Supreme Court has to be repealed and done away with. So I have something else that I wanted to say or share, but I forgot. So I went ahead and did the video anyways because um, I just wanted to kind of make my point. I had some other um, kind of point, I guess, on them, on my opinion on this, on why I would like to see them completely abolish the Supreme Court and do away with the Supreme Court altogether. But I'll have to go with my main attraction, attractive part of my what I think is a pretty reasonable uh, notion for to have to want to get rid of Supreme Courts. And the more liberal that you get, the more forceful you get with their ideology. And it is true, they do not think that they have an ideology that pushes and forces people to say or think a certain way or do certain things or act a certain way or kiss the government's behind or not have your own opinion on these people on why this guy now it's funny that I put in the title I tied the Supreme Court F and F stands for forget, of course. I don't know what you guys think I mean by F, but forget repealing Obamacare and then the Supreme Courts. And then I have this Justice Roberts right here in the main screen. He's supposed to be a conservative appointed judge. So he proved to be a lackey, just like Paul Ryan or any of these other people for siding with something manipulative and dishonest as Obamacare that rips honest people off that pay for their insurance, that had their insurance, so that they could insure other people, so that the government could, if you have any money in your bank or you go to work and you work for a living, the government can sue you and can tax you. So this guy did a very unconstitutional move by not repealing, uh, leading the way to repeal that and take on more cases that Obama has done and repeal that. If they had done that and they came up with a 4-3 vote or whatever, um, then I wouldn't be thinking so harshly towards the justices, but all I see is a complete ideology being pushed and not a fair compromise between everybody, or we didn't come up with a common sense think approach to Obamacare. He just said, yeah, it's constitutional when it's not. So that makes me think that for some reason Justice Roberts showed his ignorance there. So now he's trying to be a champion of trying to do what this thing says is saying on MSNBC again, right? Is trying to improve the way that lawyers and judges work together to improve a federal litigation system that has grown too expensive, time consuming, and continuous. So this guy is trying to act like he's our champion all of a sudden of squashing the debt or something like that, or oh my gosh, you guys are abusing the money like this, so we can do something about it. You know how you can do it? You can have interns and other people that are working up towards their degrees and stuff like that, like they do with people getting into the medical field. They have actual medical colleges, so you can have a legal college. Allow people who are going to be a lawyer who or sound really legitimate as a lawyer, if they're in school, why don't you have them take pro bono cases all over the country? That would be one way how you could squash expenditures. People abusing the money or it being abused somehow, because that's the way life is and the court procedure ended up becoming. But it sounds like he's trying to team up with a Dick Cheney kind of, um, and Dick Cheney's wasn't rhetoric. What they wanted to do was, Dick Cheney was talking about in 2004 when I had a VIP ticket to go and see him. They were talking about frivolous lawsuits. So they wanted to end frivolous lawsuits and only allow lawsuits to go into court that had more merit to them, instead of people being able to sue you any which way to noon till Sunday or whatever, how you say that, um, over little shit, over stupid stuff. So, anyways, the abuse by these people is quite to the extreme where I'm convinced that they need to be repealed and done away with. I'm not sure exactly how you're gonna proceed to doing that, but it's a very necessary thing, and I would appreciate if people would pay a little bit enough attention to what I have to say, in my opinion, be strong enough for something to give and something to happen and take place to let these people know that the jig is up and that they are completely on our watch, and our eyeballs are glued on all of them. And again, we're not idiots. We know when our constitutional rights are being demolished or being abused by politicians or judges or anybody else who thinks that they have a right to determine one thing for a minority against a whole majority of people that vote for something so they can annul a vote. So all I can say, I think that what I wanted to say was, up to this point in time, if there's more I can remember, I'll write it in the box below the video. But all I can remember is that they what was it? Shoot, I lost it. Um, these guys, it had something to do with the fact that they would take somebody's vote. Like, say if somebody voted against gay marriage, they have the right to vote for it or not, and if the state votes it in. Us as conservative people against that don't think that's right. Don't have anything to say, right? So, but what it is, my point is, I do remember what it is up to this point in time, they want to regard Americans as being racist and evil people, people with bad intentions and whatever else, and or like we're gonna go out and we're gonna go and lynch every fag in the country or something like that. We're gonna go out and we're gonna find every faggot in the country that's a homosexual faggot, gay lover, whatever, and we're gonna go impel them or something, Like up to this point, like we haven't already done enough to, you know, tell people not to be hateful to other people, without completely kissing somebody's butt or appeasing to somebody all fully. We are not typically the type of people who they are concerning us out to be, like this. So these guys make these determinations, and in my opinion, it falls back on them, kind of subliminally or suggestively, um, not saying, but um, indicates that they feel that we at least don't have the brains to be able to figure something out when we vote, and that we're evil people and we'll do the wrong thing, and us voting against gay rights or gay marriage or something like that, some really left ball um, tactic or agenda, is gonna make us go and flip our lids right now when we see obviously all the other stuff happening, they're allowing people to riot and destroy things and to threaten people and to use their race to go and do hate mongering things to people. So if somebody comes up to me and they are racist and they're saying a bunch of hateful things and they're colored and they try to put their hands on me or they try to do something to me, physically harm me, and I beat their ass. I'm gonna go to jail and they're gonna try to convict me for some black guy attempting to attack me or something like that, and I have no rights. I have no constitutional rights. I have no protective rights. I'm just a lame duck non-citizen that was born in the U.S. That's this piece of garbage American that doesn't deserve that basically deserves nothing less than to be mistreated in his own country and place. So that's what all I had to say was in my very strong, also strong opinion of these people is that they have abusive characters. It goes with the job and them being they don't know how to handle the power and not to um, use it as in the sense of power control. You know what I mean? Instead of being one of these judges that I know also exists as a fair, lenient judge or not even a lenient judge, even a judge that'll convict the shit out of you. Um, Somebody who uses a little bit more of their common sense in their brain and would never do anything against conservative people or people who really pay the taxes in this country. So I don't know what else I'm supposed to say except this is another thing that I will plan on trying to achieve myself also. I will also plus not just that, but to devote my time, even once Obama is out of office, um, to go after him. And even if he's 90 years old, I said, I will get you, Obama. You will go to prison. We will throw you under the prison and we'll throw the key away when we finally come for you. Even if he's 90 years old and frail in whatever condition he's in, he's not going home either. He's going to go serve the remainder of his natural life behind bars. Obama is. And one of the other many things that I plan to um, think about um, and come up with a strategy on is to nullify Supreme Court justices in America. If you can show me where they didn't attack people's constitutional rights and give some people appeasement and say, "Oh, you're a citizen," and then tell these other Americans over here, "Oh, you're not a citizen," and then try to make some kind of hate speech law or some kind of law against being who you are or saying common things, even if you're not even hateful. So all adds up to is pushing a more radical liberal leftist agenda. And I'm very disappointed in Roberts and other people and politicians, judges or whatever. It's pretty despicable.